This used to take me 2 hours. And now I turn one YouTube video into a content machine in 15 minutes on autopilot. Seriously, a LinkedIn article, a Medium article, tweet, newsletter, even a native LinkedIn post with video upload and messages for the communities I'm part of, all auto-generated and published the moment the video goes live. Hi, I'm Victoria Olsina, and today I'm going to show you the automation I built that transformed a single YouTube upload into 12 content assets and publish them across your platforms. Let's walk through how it works and why it's a complete game changer. So you already know this. Content is king, but distribution is the throne. Most creators and businesses spend hours repurposing, formatting, and manually publishing content and still barely scratch the surface. That's where this automation comes in. I connect YouTube to Apify, Google Sheets, WordPress, LinkedIn, and Bravo, and it turns your video into a full-scale content machine. Here's how it works step by step. It all starts with a YouTube trigger that pulls videos from my YouTube channel or any channel, and then it logs it in this spreadsheet, which is here. And here you are going to see the URL, title, description, thumbnail, and the different links to the different content assets, whether these assets are published or whether they go to a Google Doc. And all of the links to the different pieces that this automation will create, some of them will be published automatically to the different platforms like my WordPress blog and LinkedIn, and some of them that don't have native integration with Make.com will be pushed as a Google Doc, which is still useful, and we will have to upload them manually. The third module is Apify, because we need to extract the transcript from our video. And we do it with Apify, which is a scraping tool, which is really useful. And you have $5 per month, and this allows you to run a lot of automations. Now, if you haven't tried Apify, it's really cool. It's a scraping tool, and here you have a lot of actors, scraping tools that people have built for different platforms. For example, there is a YouTube downloader and the Transcript Ninja. First, I'm going to use this, and then later on the automation, I'm going to use the YouTube downloader. So here in the Apify store, you can see there are thousands of different actors in order to scrape different websites. For example, Twitter, Facebook, negative reviews, Blue Sky. And these actors, some of them are paid and some of them are free. The ones that I'm using is I pay per run, meaning that I think this one cost 1 cent per run. This one cost 5 per run, but I'm not using this one. I was just training it. And the YouTube downloader costs 0. I highly recommend it. Also really easy to integrate to Make.com. And then, so we get the transcript, and then we need to get the data from this actor, right? Every time you use Apify, you need to extract the dataset or dataset. I don't know how you say that in English, but I'm trying to do my best. And then we set up variables. Now, what are my 2 variables? We have a style system, and we also have the YouTube video ID. This is style system is my personality prompt. I want this automation to write like me. So I have taken a bit of time to write the formatting rules, my style, my tone, and how I want this content to be written. And I'm going to pass this as a variable because it's pretty cool. Before, I used to bring the writing style to the different modules using an OpenAI assistant, but I have recently discovered this method and I like it. So I'm going to brag and I'm going to show off with this. So we have our system style, and you will see that here when we say the system prompt is the style system, right? So it means that it pulls this style into all of the modules which have written text, and it will talk in my tone of voice. And then we have a video URL variable because this automation didn't have one, so I created one so I can use this variable instead of just copying and pasting this. I mean, this one doesn't make a lot of difference, but I feel that this one does. And the second one is just to show off in front of you folks. So let's go to my blog. Here we have the style system and the structure of this blog, how I want this blog to be written. It pulls the transcript, and then I want to insert my video. How we insert the video into our WordPress. The next paragraph should exactly be the following in plain text without updating it. So we put the video URL within paragraph. So we put the video enclosed in the paragraph tags, because if we don't do this, the video embed will not show. And it took me like 2 hours to figure this out. So do this and you will not have to spend that amount of time. Now, what else we have in this prompt? We have that the H2 section should be questions. We have a quick win section, a closing CTA telling people to book a call in my Calendly. You should do that if you want me to help you. FAQs, how to write these FAQs, and next steps, never end with. I noticed that sometimes with this lame thing, share your thoughts. I don't want this. Yeah, and then we have some instructions of what not to do, like never end with share your thoughts and comments, because I think that's a bit lame. Output format. And yeah, we repeat the order in case it forgot. Remember that if you repeat the instructions at the end, it tends to forget what it comes at the beginning and at the end, and sometimes it gets lost in the middle. So we repeat these instructions here. Then title, pretty straightforward. We're gonna use our blog to create the blog title. Here are some examples. And we are telling also, this is important, which I think never are you. This is also important, which is avoid using generic overuse AI words, like started any sentence in and navigating, lock and lock, realm, delve, utilize, revolutionize, all of these lovely words that AI loves. Well, I don't love them, so I'm taking them from all of my prompts because they are very, I don't know, they are not even nice words. So I am taking them out, adding them negative instruction. And I think that if you create content that sounds like AI, you should do the same thing. In the description of this video, actually, I'm gonna paste these instructions in the YouTube description so you can copy and paste in your own prompts and you don't have to do this manually every time. I have them saved in a notes, and I use this in every prompt, and also I have them as my custom GPT instructions. Then we have a meta description that is based on the title and the blog. Again, max 160 characters. Yeah, this is a simple prompt. And then we go to Markdown, and Markdown, which will format our blog into HTML. So it's nicely formatted when it goes into WordPress. Up to here, I think everything is pretty obvious and makes sense. Now, this part is the one that doesn't make so much sense, but in order to upload media items like thumbnails into WordPress or any other platforms like LinkedIn, Twitter, or any other platform you are using, you need to first take the item with an HTTP request. So the thumbnail URL comes from the video. So first, I thought that we would be able to upload this image directly into WordPress just by using this URL, but that is not possible. So what we have to do is to fetch that URL with this module. So we get this URL, and then we pass it to the next module, which is create media item. So if you have used WordPress or any CMS in the past, you know that in order to use an image, first we need to upload it to the library. Now, the way we do that is we take the variable from get a file. This is the URL. This is our URL. And it creates a file inside of WordPress and it uploads it. Without this, we cannot upload the thumbnail, so make sure that you do this before. It will not work if you just put it here in Feature Media ID. As you can see, it's bringing the media ID from here. So we have our title, we have our clean content that comes from the Markdown module, and then we have the meta description. And the status is published or draft. So you can have it as a draft here if you don't want to publish it directly. Now I'm going to publish it directly because I know that if I leave it in draft, it will take me 2 weeks to come and check it. Now, if I know that this is going live, I will be in a hurry to check it. And that's how my brain works. If you want to act like a normal person, you can set this as draft instead of publish. But I have done enough tests with this automation to know that very minimal tweaks are required and they're not vital. So I'm just going to push it directly, right? So the next step is to update our sheet. And what I want to do is to add the blog link to our spreadsheet. So I have the record here. And then we go to the fun part where we distribute the blog into several platforms. And we have our set of instructions here. Again, we take the style system and we have specific instructions for this piece of content. And we tell it to, again, add the video URL so it can embed the video. We have our instructions. Then this goes to a Google Doc because Make.com doesn't have integration for LinkedIn articles. Now, when I say LinkedIn articles, sometimes people confuse them with posts. Now, I'm going to show you the difference so we're all on the same page. So if we go to posts and activities, but if we go to articles, you're going to see these. And articles have this URL because LinkedIn has a lot of authority, right? It has a lot of backlinks. I think the domain rating more than 90. So what we are doing here when we publish this article is to try to leverage the LinkedIn authority to power up and to push our content, right? So this website is much more powerful than my own domain, than my own blog. So if I publish here and on Medium, which is also one of the websites we're going to be leveraging and writing an article for, we are trying to have several domains ranking for the same keywords, right? We're trying to have all of these powerful domains ranking for similar keywords. Therefore, in the ideal scenario, we could have, 3 or 5 domains all talking about the same thing, all displaying your content. And in SEO, we call this Parasite SEO, when we leverage a third-party authority to rank your own content. So what we want to dominate is position 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of the search engine result. So if people would Google turn your calls into a goldmine with AI, main thing that they will see is me dominating the search engine result page, which is pretty important. Also because AI takes content from authoritative websites like YouTube, having 4 or 5 authoritative websites that talk about your content and ranking on them is very, very important. It's also important in the era of AI search because ChatGPT prioritizes high authority websites. Like YouTube is one of the most quoted websites. So having the video, the blog, the article on LinkedIn, the article on Medium, and social media platforms is definitely something that is going to contribute to the overall visibility of your brand. So here we have our article, and it has a link to the original blog because we want to pass the authority from LinkedIn into my blog. And it also has a link to the 2 services that I want to promote, which is AI marketing solutions and Web3 SEO services. Actually, this link is wrong. It says case studies Web3 SEO. So I'm going to correct that. And we also have a link for people to schedule a marketing consultation. So let's correct this, which is not sending people to the right page, which is AI marketing solutions should be AI marketing. This is the URL of my AI marketing services. Yeah, actually, I launched a new website recently, so you should definitely check it out. I think it's pretty cool. Here is my AI marketing services, and it's now linking from my LinkedIn post. And it's also linking from my blog post here, which I think it looks pretty good. Here at the end, we have the call to actions, AI marketing, all of the services that I promote, book a call. Yeah, I think this is looking pretty good. The other channel we are using to distribute our content is Twitter, and Make.com recently discontinued Twitter API access. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to publish this into a Google Doc, and then I'm going to publish it manually. Another thing I could do is to create the same automation into N88, which still has API access for Twitter. I could just recreate this branch and do the same thing, pull the video, take the transcript, and create the article. Obviously, I realized all of this before I finished the automation. Otherwise, I would have created the whole thing in N8, but now it's already finished, so I need to fix it. I might do another video for that. The third channel we are pushing to is Medium, and this is the same idea as with LinkedIn. We are leveraging the power of Parasite SEO and have another article talking about the same topic in a highly reputable domain. Now, Medium has also restricted the API because they realized that there was people pushing content automatically and they don't want that. So I'm going to, again, push it into a Google Doc and then make the upload manually, or maybe use an agent to do it manually. And here we can see, yeah, we have the frequently asked questions. They can book a call with me, article, and links to the pages. Or maybe I use an agent to do this because I cannot be bothered. And we have key takeaways, some H2s, quick wins, call to action, and the different links in my website I want people to visit. Every time something gets pushed, I update the spreadsheet. So we have all of our links coming here, Twitter link, Medium link, LinkedIn article. Yeah. The fourth platform is Brevo, which is the newsletter platform I use, and it will create a newsletter and with different instructions. As you can see here, a subject line, and it's going to leave it in draft, right? I don't want this to be sent automatically. I want to check this one. So we are leaving it. I use Brevo for this. And we're going to write this newsletter with specific instructions. We're going to create a subject line, and then we're going to leave this campaign ready to be checked. I could also schedule the campaign, but I'm not so confident on this prompt, so I'm going to review this manually. And yeah, you can choose your template. You can choose the lists that you have. And yeah, it will save a lot of time. Then I'm going to create a normal LinkedIn post with a video. Now, there are two ways of doing this, not the article. And there are two ways of doing that. You can create a normal post with a link to YouTube. But the problem is that when you do that, LinkedIn restricts your reach because LinkedIn doesn't like people leaving the website to go to other websites. Actually, most platforms don't like that. So in order for us not to be restricted, what I'm going to do is to upload the video to LinkedIn. Yes, as you can see, this is a native video and it should have more impressions than a video that is not native. So in order to do that, I will need to fetch the video like we did with the image. So for this, I'm running another Apify actor, which is a YouTube downloader, because the ones that I use for transcript doesn't download the video. So I have to use another one. And here we're going to select the actor, which is video downloader. And we need the video URL, which is the variable we created at the beginning of this automation. Then we're going to add a sleep, because 9 megabytes, 10 megabytes per video. So we're going to add a delay, because sometimes if things happen too quickly, the automation breaks or times out. So we add a sleep here, and then we get the data set. We get the same information from this module, and we are able to pass this as a HTTP request. We have our new download URL, and we publish it on LinkedIn. Great. And we publish, here are the instructions. This is going to be my title. And I can choose. And then we publish it to LinkedIn. We're taking the title from YouTube. And then we have our content, which is written here. After that, we update the rows with the LinkedIn URL post, update the Google Sheet with the URL for this LinkedIn post. And the last module is community messages. I'm part of different communities on Telegram, Slack, and whenever I publish a video, I tell people in that community to come and check it out. So what I'm gonna do here is to write the instructions for those different communities. This is a Web3 marketing community, so I'm gonna emphasize the Web3 aspect of this. And all of these are pretty similar, but they change the content slightly to target the community. Now, I'm also part of a community in Spanish, so I have this one in Spanish, Argentinian Spanish. I'm also part of a Slack channel for Latin women in SEO. So this one is written in Spanish, Argentinian Spanish, which is not the same as Spanish from Spain. So the output format for this content is the title of the community and the message. This will publish to the sheet directly, right? Community messages will appear all one below the, and this module will publish to the spreadsheet directly. Here under community messages, we're going to see all of the messages I have to copy and paste to the different groups I'm part of. And yeah, this is the whole thing. Let's see it running to see if it works or if I'm lying to you. We are going to choose my latest video, which is this one, how to do social media posts with AI. And now it's running. Now it's the moment of the truth. Let's see what happens, if it works or if it breaks. So we can see here how it went to my channel, extracted the video, extracted the thumbnail and the video ID. Here we can see that the spreadsheet is being updated and inserted a row, as we can see here. Yep, it's all being updated. And now it's writing the blog. Great. We're going to see our new blog. Boom. Here's my new blog. All published automatically. The video is embedding thanks to the trick that we did before. And here we have frequently asked questions, marketing, CTA. I think this is pretty cool. I'm very happy with this. Also, we have our famous thumbnail, the one that wasn't so easy to get. So here it is, in the blog. Let's see what else we have. We have the LinkedIn article, Twitter article. Yeah. So LinkedIn, boom. So we also have the article link for LinkedIn that we are going to publish later today manually until I found a solution for this. We also have the link for Twitter This might need a better formatting, so I'm going to work on this prompt as well. I also added the link to the image, so I don't have to look for it. And what else do we have? Medium, blog, we have the date. Let's see if we can see our LinkedIn post. And now we're waiting for our LinkedIn post. Let's see if we can see our Bravo campaign. So here on LinkedIn, we can see the video. Probably this prompt needs a bit of work. I'll work on that later. So here we can see our Bravo campaign as well. And I'm going to check this draft and send it later today. And community messages, let's check. We have the messages for my different communities with the link, which is pretty good. And yeah, I think this is pretty cool. And I'm very happy about it. It's not just an automation. It's full stack content orchestration. If you found this video useful, hit like, subscribe, and share it with somebody that is drowning in content creation, and turn on the notifications for more deep dives like this. Let content work for you, not the other way around. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.